Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you some of the things that I use in my poultry farm, the drinkers, some of the feeders, the disinfectant. Now I did a video, I uploaded it recently, and I did forget to show you actually how the drinkers look like, and so today I'm basically going to show you some of them so that in case you're buying some things, it's easy for you to know some of the things you can actually buy. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Asperia and I'm a very passionate poultry farmer. So let's get right into the video. When you're starting like the poultry farm, you're going to get your birds at day one. Now day one, old birds, they are going to be very young, as you always know, and so they're not going to be able to use the bigger version of drinkers. And so I use this one for my brooding. This is the one I used it during the brooding time, and it was very small. And so the purpose why I use this one, because a chick could not drown, like go into the water and die. Remember those chicks, when they come day one, they are very low, like they're seeing things for the first time. They can move up and down. They don't know actually what is happening. Whenever they see fire, they can actually jump into fire. So you have to avoid accidents as much as possible. So I recommend that you use the smaller size of drinkers. Now when you use this smaller size of drinkers for old birds, it's not going to be really good, because yes, this is going to carry only 3 liters of water, all glucose, like when you're giving your chicks or your hens. And now this means you're going to be adding water, I think almost every 1 hour, which is very hectic if we talk about labor. So as the chickens grow, actually I changed the drinkers as soon as the birds made a month. I think that was even big. When they started growing feathers and they could no longer drown, I was able to change the drinker into a bigger size, because the more they grow, the more water they desire, and so you need to have a bigger size. And another thing why we cannot use this one for older hens, because the distance from here up to here, remember, water is only going to be around here, and so this is a very small distance, whereby when the chickens start drinking water, they actually do not drink it easily compared to when the drinker is bigger enough. So this size is really going to work for you when you're doing the brooding. And so I have this one. This is the mother size. This is 10 liters. The jar is 10. This one is 10 liters. It is wide compared to the one which I showed you. And so now, as the hens grow, especially if you're doing layers, as they grow, they desire a lot of water. And now for starters, you might not be having enough capital for you, like to be having people work around the farm, change the water all the time. So you need this one, because this one carries much more water compared to the smaller one or the medium size. So it is going to take a whole day inside the house, and the birds are going to have water regularly, like all the time, and so they are going to lay well because the water is really enough. Now this drinker is close to 20,000, like it's about 18,000 Uganda shillings the time we bought it, and I'll convert that money into dollars and I'll put it on the screen, so that if in case you're not a Ugandan, you understand how much it is in another currency, in a dollar fashion. So this one is 10 liters, and I recommend you use this one because they are durable. I've been with them on my farm, and it's almost making 2 years when they are still very well functioning, and I hope to use them even in the next generation. But then there are also other types of drinkers, but I know you can find this one or use this one because it is bigger. It's going to save you so much on labor. Then the feeders are different types. Now I had this one. You can see it is even broken. I'm no longer using it. Now I had this particular feeder, especially when I finished brooding. Now during brooding, like I said, this one is too big for the chicks. They are very young. They cannot even put their beaks up here. So we put food on the trays. We put actually feeds on the trays, and so they were able to use the trays, like the open trays, because by then they are not very stubborn. They cannot, play around with food. But as they grew after brooding, I introduced this one because this one doesn't waste feeds. You see, it is carved in a way that when you put feeds inside here, the feeds come through here, and so when the birds are eating, they actually do not have time, they do not have an opportunity or access to waste these feeds, compared to when you use actually open feeders whereby birds can jump in and they try to waste the feeds. So this one was very good, but then it is not so durable. It is not so durable because, as I told you, with layers they jump up and down, and so whenever they would jump, you find that they fall on these feeders and they break them. And so this is still there. Some of them are still there, but I don't really recommend this type. It is not really so durable. So I'm going to show you one. It is inside, whereby we added them also. They are big, they are durable. Even if the bird falls on it, it's not going to break easily. It is a little bit expensive, but in the long run it's going to save you from this, because once you have these ones and they keep breaking, then you keep investing, you keep buying, which is not so good. And so I also use disinfectant. And someone asked me, I had different types of disinfectant. At first I was using one called Kill. Now Kill is very good, it's very strong. You actually use like 2 mils in each 10 drinker size, but it is very expensive. And so we had to find this one, which is cheaper and also very good. And so we use this one to disinfect the drinking water. Now when you're using especially for me, I use rainwater. So that water is collected in the tank, and sometimes it has insects inside. Not only sometimes, it is actually not pure. And so I use this as the disinfectant to disinfect the water before we give them. And we do that so that we can protect them from those gastrointestinal diseases like fall typhoid, fall cholera, and other diseases that could come from drinking dirty water. And also we use this one we use it to disinfect the things, like for instance the house of the hens. Maybe when we are introducing litter, we use this one also to disinfect. Sometimes we use jig, but this one is also very good, so it can work for you. And also we use it for foot bath, like when you're going to enter the poultry house, maybe you want to dip your feet in the water. We put this one as a disinfectant so that before anyone enters the poultry house, they disinfect their feet, and so that helps not to spread diseases on the farm. So if you're planning on farming, please make sure you get this one. Now this one is very affordable. I also put the prices on the screen so that you'll be able to know you can actually get it near you in any vet shop. You can find it easily. It is very accessible. And also, especially after brooding, during brooding, and shortly after brooding, I had this. It is now done, but I put a disinfectant here, but this was formerly a hand sanitizer. And so every time you enter the house, you had to spray your hands so that in case you're touching the hens, in case you're touching anywhere, you do not go with diseases in the house. So this one is very, very affordable as well. You can actually use the very disinfectant and you put it here and you disinfect your, especially if the birds are still very young, because when they are very young, their immunity is not very strong and they can easily get diseases. Maybe someone wants to see, someone wants to touch, let them make sure sanitize their hands. And there are so many things that I'm using here, and then they're not so expensive. You can actually have them on your farm. So I'm going to enter in here and show you the other feeder that I made, and so that you can be able to see the difference, and if in case you're buying, you know what to buy. Keep watching. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. As you can see, this is the feeder that I made. Now when you look at this, just a look at it, it looks very strong. and bigger. Now it has this part whereby it helps these birds not to have direct access to the feeds, because in case they get direct access, they are going to waste the feeds. And also it accommodates a lot of birds. Like it accommodates close to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's close to 25 hens can eat from this one feeder. Now that means if you have about 100 birds, you need 3 of these ones. They are going to be enough for you. So when you have this one, you actually don't have to keep adding feeds, you cover here, and so diseases like dust is not going to enter, and the food is going to remain safe. So when you put it actually inside here, and so it comes through here, and the birds are eating it, in a moderated way. So I use this one. It comes with, these strings which can help you hang it up for the birds so that they do not actually destroy it. Now in case they jump and fall on this one, it is very, very strong. It is a little bit expensive compared to the yellow one, but I highly recommend if you're doing layers, you buy durable things, because yes, it's expensive, but it's going to save you in the long run, because it's going to take a little more time on your farm. This one is stronger, so as you can see around the farm, this is basically what I have. And so these things are going to help you if you're starting. Make sure you buy things that are going to be durable so that you avoid losses. Think about time when feeds are expensive, but then you have to buy drinkers because they are broken. Buy something that is durable, and so that it can carry you through the entire process of farming. Now thank you so much for watching. I believe you found something very helpful in this video. Please enjoy, like it, share it, subscribe, and have a good day. Bye bye.